Hello, welcome back. Last time I chopped off a piece of my own tail and then ate it, and somehow that didn't help me solve the puzzle. But now I know how to do it in case it will become useful in the future. I strongly suspect it will. You are a little bit of a pain to get to. There's a fence in my way. Can I roll under? No. Can I fling over? No. Oh hey, check this out. Yo, I recognize this. There's a diagram of this here. Ah, telling me exactly what to do. Okay, I now have the context to understand exactly what that wants from me. So that diagram depicts this action. I go here, I fling myself horizontally, gonna use a D-pad for that, then I wormhole from there, slide it along the floor and get it into that. That's pretty good. Okay. Clue parsed. I am a little too long. There is a 5 long thingy and a 3 that I'm gonna have to eat all of. Okay? So, being too long, I'm fairly vulnerable to falling in holes, so navigating this thing around is part of the problem, and indeed it does seem to be a problem. So I can't push it south from there, because I would fall. There's all, like, this stuff. Like, what these? Yeah, I'll find out. So, things I can do at the start. This is unproductive, because at that point I can never get that back. I think I heard that piano make an unhappy noise when I did that. They're like these subtle musical clues to tell me, hey wait, you might not want to do that, it's a bad idea. So I have this. I'm spotting things, like I'm spotting a place that's specifically made to do... is it? Something I can't actually do. Yes, it is. Specifically made to do this. Okay, I could believe that. Then I'm here, and I mouth that, I roll it on the thing, and there's one slice of food. Can I make another? I sure can. Okay. Ah, there we go. That was in my mouth when it got sliced, so I just auto-ate it. Okay, cool. In that one, I felt like some of the puzzle geometry just sort of gave away the solution, which is fine with me. Hold on. I don't want to worm back up yet. I want to go back in here. Which insight will this focus on? Well, probably all of them. Yeah, it just starts me in this position. Just notice that this is a useful spot. And I don't have to eat as much. Or you could just do that. Okay, sure. Hold on, wait. Couldn't I just have... I think there's an alternate solution here. Oh, it's forbidden. I am not allowed to separate myself from this worm. It's very carefully structured so that I can't put myself in that hole ever. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so... regain worms. Would I have thought of this without the diagram? There's no way to know. But I had the diagram, so, well, that was the way that played out. Alright, bunch of not alive friends here. None of them the right length. There are some slicers. So could I... Something horizontal has to be 3... I'm Oh, there's a fence there. I didn't notice there was a fence on that tile until now. So this is a matter of both creating enough bridge space and shortening myself the right amount, I think, to get in there. Unless I'm slicing one piece off of this. Okay, so... number of spaces I have to travel. Like, let's say I put this south of there. And then that 4 long would go here and take up that much space. I could crawl across. Doesn't seem too productive, though. Alright, so... things. What would be useful here? Not really spotting a great starting position. What do I actually want to do? What do I actually want to do? So put something in there, yes, but like from the position I'm in? Like, how do I even begin to work on that problem? Oh, here's an idea. My idea was going to be just like flip a portion of myself up over this fence that's 3 long and get sliced on that slicer. So my shape would be something like that, and then the section that's just... Hey, if I get cut at 1 before my head, I wonder what happens. Can I be 1 long and be alive? Or will that just kill me? So many questions. With these arrangements, like both of these are highly constrained. That would go there. This would go here. It's not moving west, right? I don't see any way it could move west unless there's some thing bridging the gap over there, and also I just didn't get myself stuck. I can move. This isn't moving south. Right? Is it? How could it? Yeah, I am just not seeing a starting point here. Like, what action can I even take? I can push these into the pits. That's the only action it seems like I can do. And that's not the one I want to do. I can't move sideways without help. Okay, let's see here. So could I arrange to... Oh, no. If I roll that, I go. If I'm able to roll, that means there's necessarily not going to be anything supporting that. So I can't both roll and have, like, a tail segment connected still on land holding that up. Those are mutually exclusive. And same deal over here. Okay, now hang on. Here's a little query. I did something a little bit. It's not actually interesting. But okay, I can flop my tail over to the other side of that fence and wall. Okay, what else can I do? Nothing? That's what it seems like. No, really. Where do I even begin on this? I can put something in a hole here. I can put something in a hole here. I can roll around uselessly. I can roll around uselessly. I can fall in the hole myself. Those are the actions I can take here. Okay, what if I roll around usefully? I can slice. Hold on, I can slice. I can slice. Oh, I think I see something. Oh, this is funny. All right, let's see. Got an action that I think I can try successfully. How would I arrange myself for this? I don't know. Let's try that first. Slice. There we go. There's a partial bridge. Let's do that from... Okay, and then that left one is going to be similar but different. Alright, I'm going to stick my butt out here. Chomp on that, the correct amount, which I think is that much already. There we go. I made a little bridge. That's not right. But yeah, if I could set down a couple of little bridge pieces, then I could make a little stepping stone path for myself to get over to where I need to be, and maybe this would do? Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay, and I need to slice myself just once more. This might be possible. Okay. So now, how would I... Would this just happen to work? No. If U was one more over to the left, would it help? I don't think I can arrange myself that way. I might be wrong. Well, I can do that. That's still the wrong width. So I want one more over. So if I'd gone this way instead... Yes! Am I done? Yes! Whoa, that was cool! Wow, okay. So I was right about the actions I could take, it's just that my flopping around wasn't as useless as I thought. Wow! I'm impressed with that, and I'm surprised that I managed to get through it as quickly as I did, because I thought I was going to get super stuck there. So how does this... So you want me to undo? Yeah, because I can't do anything there. Okay. Okay. So that's how it... Would I know how to operate this mechanism if I hadn't already solved the main puzzle, though? I'm not sure how this insight puzzle would have gone if I had done it first. But I didn't, and I didn't need to, so I'm happy with that. Cool. Alright, how about you? Oh, what number is this? 312. Okay, so I need to be 2 longer than I am, and there are 2 foods. However, eating looks very hazardous. There is entrapment here. Oh yeah. The piano is happy and unhappy. At the same time... Slicing potential exists. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Maybe still. Maybe not. What do I think I'm trying to do? I have no idea. Is that useful for something? Let's make it around and push this. Maybe I'm not eating that food. Can I eat this and get out? Yes. Oh, it's still in my mouth. I really, really want to grow, but I can't. There. Yeah, so I have to leave this facing forward. If I can slice off another piece of that and eat it, which I think I can, then I'll be done. Unreachable. Unreachable. Unsliceable. Wait, hold on. When I had that bridge there, couldn't I have just pushed that out of the way and not had a problem? Yes. Okay, I think that's all. There we go. I am the correct length to go and die. Cool. $12. I have enough to open the door that costs 9, except it's actually 10, because I saw 9, but it was 10. Yeah, okay. So do that, you get stuck. Do that, you get stuck. Undo, restart. What's the... Push it in the hole, and then I get access to tail pushing, right? So that's the insight? Would that have instructed me in everything I needed to know? It would have been a stepping stone to get me thinking in the right general area. Yeah, I feel like that one doesn't reveal the entire... I guess the rest is just kind of like fiddling around with the slicer over here for for shaping things as they need to be. That's fair. Alright. These are going surprisingly well. I'm very long, longer than I've ever been before. How is my length relative to what this needs? It's easier to just get the relative length than to count 1, 2, 3, 4 too long. Alright, so slice off 4 segments. Oh, and those 4 segments need to make it over to that left part. And to make that happen, I'm going to have to slice up this this little guy here into perfectly segmented bits. However, that looks impossible because there's water around this. Camera is super zoomed out right now. Because I'm imagining, set down a bridge segment here and here. Then if I can cut my tail in the right way, I'd have it in these 4 spaces, push to the left, push to the left, push to the left, push to the left, push to the down, and then it would fit in there. However, several problems exist with that. There's also potential to slice this and eat it. Okay, let's explore that first. Can I slice and eat? I'm very long, so like pretty much any amount of going out over empty space is possible. Pretty much any amount, any reasonable amount. So just don't worry about falling in a pit for the most part. Just worry about how cumbersome it is to have such a long body. Now, cool, but those both went in the drink. Don't really have a way to get that in my mouth? Sure I do, of course I do. Check it. It's in my mouth now. Let's go around the other way, and then go a little farther the other way, and then... Oh, hey, here's a chance to slice this. Oh, I can't, it just doesn't go. So I ate half of that. That's not enough. Okay, now hold up. So I'm not allowed to roll like this. Yeah, so that would both slice me into a 1 long head segment and also do some other stuff of interest. Let's see, so this segment had to be there. What am I attempting to accomplish? Wait, no, I can't roll because my body is shaped wrong? What's going on here? Okay, I did manage to fall down. I went too far. Yeah, so that's forbidden. Maybe moves that would slice a like a fat segment of me just are forbidden. Can I set this up so that... here we go. What if I roll now? No, I slither. What if I roll now? I can't. And I can't roll now because of that tail segment. Yeah, so too thick to slice. Okay. Still feel like that's going to be possible somehow, sometime. Yeah, that little sound feels like it implies I don't want to lose that food, and I think I agree. Also, I needed to have already sliced a portion of myself off. Also, I need more bridge segments than this. There's a second slicer, and I cannot imagine how I could use that. This is a little more zoomed in. A bit more comfortable to look at, I guess. No, that noise just plays all the time. So yeah, Yeah, okay, I could use that other slicer simultaneously. That's doable. All it means is... What does it mean? Oh boy. How would I... Okay, I just want to see if I can... Get horrified? Yeah, that's an option. No, okay, you'd have to roll from the other side for what I'm trying to do. I haven't explained what I'm trying to do. Don't worry about it, I guess. Yeah, that's as close as my tail can... It's not as close as my tail can get. No, I can do this elsewise. Okay, remind me of the numbers. I was 4 too long to get in here? Yes. So in the entire board, there are exactly 2 things to spare. Given the shape that must go over there... Now, if that's me, that doesn't really help. No, that's going to be a dead body segment. Right? On the left. And the live me goes here, I think. Because if live me is going over here, then sure, I could do it with one single bridge segment here. How am I going to position that, though? How am I going to do anything? Okay, so rolling this is the key to slicing myself. And I can also slice the thing by rolling. I can do both. Using this slicer just seems very improbable, so maybe I don't want to worry about it. Wait, why is that improbable? I could just do it from here. Like that. There, I'm sliced. Okay, so that's actually no problem. However, I'm not yet seeing what I've been asked to do here. Okay, let's start by slicing off an appropriately shaped and sized segment to put here. For that, I will use the vertical slicer. So I will set down... Here, let's start from here. Slither in that shape. Go over somewhere. This is... I need to do it flipped horizontally and also aligned with the slicer. Oh, jeez, okay. So, when rolling... No, all that means... What it means is pretty simple. I need... So I see where that'll end up. I need this shape here. Okay. With that shape there, and that needs to be the end of my tail. So yes, but I need to be roll compatible now, so go the other way around. That's not going to work. Go the other way around. Like this? That's not going to work either. No, I can't both block that and roll into it in the same direction unless I'm... No, maybe I can. So there we go, there we go, there we go. Now I've straightened out. No, I can't back up. Oh. Also, that doesn't slice, because I'm in the wrong spot. Yeah, no, I'm too close to the slicer. Okay. I don't know if I'm trying to do the right thing at all. But I think what I'm trying to do can have a useful result eventually. Maybe. So let's take this over to here. So then, if that's what I want to end up with, it's going to roll one to the right. The slicer would need to see... No, it needs to slice in the other direction. It does need to slice in the other direction, doesn't it? Okay, so I see why the slicer orientation matters, because there's an east-facing endpoint and an east-facing endpoint. I can't create an east-facing endpoint in a shape sliced off of me with a horizontally oriented slicer. So that's why I need to use the vertical one. I also... Can I create an east-facing endpoint when rolling from west to east? I don't think there's a rule that forbids it. It just might be harder to set up, but I think I have to do the harder setup because there's not enough space here. Hold on, no, if I'm entering from... No, I see an arrangement that could work right here. That's just a matter of, like, getting myself into it. Alright, so here I've blocked with my body that. So I'll mouth it from the south. When I mouth from the south, I need a connection here. That'll slice the correct shape if I can just splay myself out the right number. But then I can't back up from here. Also, the slice never happened because I need the angle... Yeah, no, that's an impossible angle. Right, and that's why I need to do this from the other side. Because for the slice to happen directly next to the dead worm there, I would need an impossible angle. Like, I'd need to be mouthing it from here, which is not a thing I can do ever. Okay, so that's why I need you on the other side if I'm doing this kind of slice. I don't know if I'm at all on the right track. Also, I got myself sort of stuck. Sort of. So with this much distance, now this begins to become possible. So if I try the same thing I tried before. Alright, so I've laid down the shape. Then I splay myself out the right length to get this. A slice happened that made the shape I wanted. I could also go farther away, and the shape that was made is maybe a little more appealing. Also, I'm kind of on the wrong end of that. So I would need to actually have approached from the south? Just kind of want to understand the dynamics of the situation here. I think all of this is not in my favor, right? That is not the shape I need. But if I push you one more over, this will be easier to think about. Okay, so one more over. Now, the shape I want looks something like that, I think? So then, just... Now it's not... Okay, so it needs to be farther away like that. Okay, so this shape, farther away. No, my tail segment needs to be very differently arranged for that. How though? Okay, so it flips horizontally, therefore I want this. But the problem is... Oh, there are several. Are there? Oh, I'm not so sure. There are some, so that's too much length. But I needed that length to be compatible with blocking the north side of this in order to get my mouth around it. So would it be easier to be even farther away? See, now it's not hitting it. Because I needed to have done that instead, right? And that needs to be like one closer, actually. How? Wait, what does this do? It slices there. No, it needs to be one more farther away, and that's too far away by now. Yeah, because now I just push. So I'm too far away. I've added a whole lot of distance and it hasn't helped me at all. So, going back to this amount of distance. I make a shape like this and what happens? It slices in the wrong spot. I make a shape like that one more farther away and what happens? It's the beginning of something good. Can I make it all the way good? I cannot, because there's no way for my tail to end there while also having been used as a north blockage. I don't know, what I'm trying to do here doesn't seem possible the way I'm doing it. Because there are constraints in how my tail can move, and where it needs to have been at some point, and like where that thing has to be to, just in order to roll at all. And yeah, I don't think those are compatible with what I want to do. Okay, this one's hard. Have I convinced myself for sure I can't use the vertical slicer? Sorry, the slicer that would slice well, yeah, sure, the horizontal slicer. It's confusing, because it depends which thing I'm talking about. No, it has to be this one over here for creating that shape on the left, unless that's me. However, this is the same shape, it's just longer. Okay, same shape, just longer, same constraints. So this slicer is for slicing the dead thing. This slicer is for slicing me. Okay, but arranging to do that is still pretty hard. And also once I've done that, I have the secondary bridging problem afterwards. Because, okay, let's think about that for a moment and take a break from what I'm doing, because no matter how I slice this object, I mean, there's only one place to do it. It's right here, right in the center. I can only have my mouth over half of it. So I would grow by one, and one thing would go in the drink. But I don't want to grow, I want to get the food out. However, I don't see how I would do that. If that were simply used as a bridge without splitting it at all, then the slicer would be pointless, but also, that's 4, that's too many. And with the shape I need, more than 1 is too many. So like 1 here, 1, here or here, would be a compatible bridge with getting a 2x2 something over to the west. And if I were somehow slicing off this shape, then I would need something just like anywhere in here. One single thing. However, I would also still need something over here, so that doesn't save me on any resources. And the something that's over here would need to have a... Okay, so another thing to conceptualize. Just because I've sliced off some food doesn't mean I can just plop it in an arbitrary spot. Like, I can't position a piece of food here to make a bridge right there in open space. It would fall in the pit earlier. I would have to have rotated something over, but how would that happen? It would not. Whoa. Do I want to put this one down and come back to it? That's kind of what I'm thinking. The insight is available as a fallback. I'm not ready to use that, and I think I'm not thinking about this the right way. So I'm just gonna... Oh, there are 2 insights here! Check it out! Yeah, that's telling me this is quite complicated. I mean, again, yeah, there are 2 puzzles here. Number 1 is how to slice. Number 2 is how to get that slice where it's going. Okay, so I think I've understood, like, the shape of the puzzle. And I think I'm just gonna be happy with that amount of gained understanding. I'll probably move on and do some of these, and then come back to that and maybe have figured out what I need to figure out here. These are the last 2 okay, so there's just that. Well, there's a door to open. There's one more room before the control room. Let's take a peek. Okay, so it's one of these. That's for rocket routing, and there's a clear, like, again, a thing I'd like to splice from here to there. And I'm not sure how that would happen yet. There's an actual puzzle to do here which has no entry point, except that I would have to enter from, like, whatever's over here, and get a hole to roll through there, get in that port. Okay, I think I'm starting to see the point of those. Put something in the second shortest port. It rolls to there, propagates through there, and enters this puzzle. Entering this puzzle is a puzzle on its own. And as for this one, perhaps if this is rotated around, I could also enter from there, which is also the second shortest one. Then there's this, which seemingly connects to that. Okay, I'm tracing something. In puzzle mode, I don't hear my footsteps. And here's another place where I would need a splice. Right there, I need those 2 to connect. Hey, here I almost have a cursor to point with, but it auto-aims on the thing if I stand still for a moment. I mean, I can turn that off. Yeah, so I need a wire splicer before I can enter that from this side, but it looks like there are other sides I can enter it from? Anyway, hints of a future mechanic that I don't yet have access to. Or if I do, I know nothing about how. And let's just take a quick peek at the control room, just to see if there's anything different or special about it. It is as I would expect. I have all those. I could go here, and I could move this worm now. Okay, great. Good to know. And I do... Okay, so one thing I do spot here is I have a marker for where the next worm to discover is, and it's directly to my north. Okay. I see. Alright, so next time I'm going to try the one remaining puzzle that I have here that I haven't tried, then maybe try again at the one I've tried and haven't done. I'm not yet willing to use the gain insight thing to actually gain new insight. That might change during the course of this, but it hasn't yet. Anyway, next time, this, I guess. I'll see you then.